So, Premier League season finished 2024 with a loss against Newcastle, and we are registering 5 losses in 6. What do you expect as a Man United fan, where Ineos sacked Ten Hag and appointed Ruben Amorim that's clearly said we're going to suffer? We are changing a style of play, a total new system. Players are who they are. We know who they are, so we're not really going to be a reactionary on it. We can just regret to look back on the season to say this could been so much better. But anyway, it is what it is. We lost against a better team, at least in the first half. They looked like they were in form. When the first lineup came out, I was shitting my pants. I cannot lie, right? First and foremost, where do we start in the first half? The lineup, definitely I was looking at Ruben Amorim and say, God, not again. What are you doing? Why are you lining up your weakest team? This rotational work needs to stop. When you look at the midfield, where you have an aging legs like Casemiro, Ericsson, they're not the future. They're the ones that got to leave the club ASAP, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, the back line looks shaky. I mean, it took them 5 minutes to score. And again, from a shaky defense from Lisandro Martinez, who had a stinker this season. What is going on with Lisandro Martinez? He was arguably our best defender, and now he looks like very leggy and very slow. I'm going to get into him and his performance as well. So it saddens me, because we are looking at the table at the moment. We're staring at the barrel of the gun, sitting 14th, and we used to be 8 points from relegation, and now we're sitting 7 points from relegation. And it's the reality that hits us. This is who we are right now. And Ruben Amorim wasn't lying when he said, we're going to suffer. It looked like he was the Nostradamus with a crystal ball to say, we're in for a perfect storm. And this is what we're looking at. We're looking right in the eye of that tornado, right? That's what we've been doing today. I feel comfortable numb in a way that I did a strategical review over the Ineos ownership earlier. If you missed that stream, go watch it. It was 1 hour long when I kind of spilled my guts out to say that, you know what? I blame this on Ineos. The ineptness by sacking the Dan Ashworth, by sacking Ten Hag 9 games into the season, and then the sporting director to change totally the identity of the club with Ruben Amorim that plays a 3-4-3 system, right? We can see that we don't have time to practice as of yet, because before we started to sort of warm up, we were practicing set pieces, corners, defending corners, and, making corners. But in the first half, we hardly laid a glove on them. We never got into gear. And brilliance from Newcastle and Eddie Howe, the way he was setting up by man marking, not giving United any chance on the ball whatsoever. So it is what it is. It took us... I don't know what they were doing. They were on sleeping pills. It just didn't work, right? Sloppy passes that were stressing us. We couldn't get off the first gear either, right? So Xerxes, in my opinion, the judge and jury's out. He's too slow, too many missed passes. Oh my God. And everyone had a stinker in the first half, if you got to look at the negative side of it. The way the game changed when it was enough with Xerxes. They hooked him out to put in Kobe Mainoo, and that changed the whole dynamics of the team. Why didn't he start with Kobe Mainoo from the very first beginning? That's a big question mark. I've been criticizing Amorim for his rotational. I do understand the purpose of it, but it's been costing us far too many games. It's been going on since Arsenal. Think about it. You rotate, you start your weakest team, you could see 2 goals, and the rest is an uphill battle. Second half, we come out, we look much, much better, because that's the better team that's on the pitch. That needs to stop. The fact that we haven't scored a goal for a very long time, it's alarming, it's concerning, right? It is. But this has to come down to Ineos, in my honest opinion. Ineos, they fucked up. They did fuck up. And if we look at the penny pinching, the Scrooge Christmas analogy, the January window is 24 hours to open. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, if you are listening, which I doubt you do because you don't listen to fans, open up your fucking wallet and give us what we need. Right? If this is the suffering, or this is just the PR spin that you're going to say, leaking out that we're going to definitely get a go and get a left wing back in this summer, where's the money coming from? Right? I said it before and I called it out regarding Marcus Rashford that he will make an appearance. Because why? Well, it's looking good for the January shopping window. Of course, he didn't get any minutes on the pitch, but at least it was there as a prop to display that he is our player. If you want him, pay for him. So I can not see us doing anything in the window unless we get Marcus Clark out of this club, we get Casemiro out of this club, we get the aging legs of Eriksen to Turkey. There's a free kebab over there. I know that Jose Mourinho loves you and he will love to take our deadwood players. Luke Shaw to Italy, no problem. Napoli, Conte, he loves our ex-players as well. So lo and behold, we are who we are. You know, if you look at the paper, you said it's not really a bad team, but it's all about ability and agility. We were totally outrun in the first half. For some magical reason, we came back in the second half, had more intensity. And I want to get to Lisandro Martinez. I've been far too critical to say to him. I've been looking at him. I've been studying him. And everything goes so slow. He walks with the ball. In comes Lenny Euro instead. And instantly, the tempo changed. The passing was crisp. The attacking was with more intent. Antonio dos Santos comes in and play right wing back. This is his position, right? We are an airplane, a jumbo jet, a slow A347 jumbo jet without any wings at the moment. 3-4-3 system requires wing backs. Diego Dalot, I'm sorry, sit it out. You're not a wing back. Mazraoui was arguably our best player of the season, but he's getting fatigue and having stinker as well. So we need to get at minimum a left wing back and a right wing back. If not a right wing back, start Anthony as a right wing back. 100%. Teams are finding out Amad Diallo. You can see that everyone is ganging up on Amad Diallo. Even Newcastle did that. As soon as Amad had the ball, there was 3 players around him. Right? This is what happens. This is what happens. Am I upset? I'm comfortably numb, in my opinion. Of course, it's not nice to sit 14th in the league, and for me, by sacking Ten Hag and appointing Ruben Amorim to place a totally different brand of style and doesn't even have time to implement his style and get the message across to his players, is pretty much writing off the season, right? Is this salvageable? Can we salvage? Can we climb up to top 4? Well, let's have a look. We are currently still sitting on 22 points, where top 4 is Chelsea. They lost today, 35. Wow. That's 13 points in my calculation. That is a massive uphill battle. So the only way I think that we will get into Champions League is to write this season off, give Ruben Amorim, his players, spend more time on the training ground and go all in for the Champions, for the Europa League. At least that's the path into the Champions League, because that money is important. 100% it is. But second half for me, I mean, it's criminal. If I look at the first half opportunities, Rasmus Højlund almost missing a sitter. Casemiro should have buried that as well. Feel sorry for Rasmus, and it's a graveyard shift for him. But instantly in the second half, we started to get a little bit more service. So take that second half team and put it against Liverpool to see. Don't start ever again like this, Ruben. That is the only critique that I can give you, right? We're missing Bruno. We missed Ugarte. But not to start Kobe Mainoo. At least I thought he would start a Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo. But come on. Eriksen and Casemiro are not the future. Why play them? Just get him out of the door. 100%. Listen, this is just me talking, ranting a bit. But what do you have to say? I'm interested to hear your opinions. At the end of the day, there's about 115 tuning in. are greedy owners, what Sadek is saying, don't care about the club. As long Ratcliffe makes money of his investment, Jim will be happy. Might be so, my friend. Might be so. Maybe this is a much tougher job than he thought it would be. Maybe they're not so experienced in running a football club. Just look at Nice. Have they been improved? It's been shambolic there as well, right? Maybe the PR spin of appointing the best-in-class people is not the best-in-class people. Too many chefs in the kitchen. And the fact is that they're penny pinching and firing and getting rid of firing 250 staff members and pulling funds from foundations and ex-players tells me only one thing. We are scraping the barrel of the gun. We're scraping the barrel. We don't have money. And nobody really talks about the reason why they fired Dan Ashworth, the sporting director, and still hasn't replaced him. Bingo. Money, 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 money. Right? So what they've done instead is to delegate his work. They spread it out across 3 different positions. Wilcox, Wewell, and Oman Barada to save some money. Interesting. I'd be interesting to find out how much he will earn. How much was the salary of that national? I think it was about 5 million a year. That's penny pinching. I don't believe one word that he was the one that wanted Southgate. I think it was the club leaking out just to make an excuse to save some money. We got Mark Brooks. Mark is in the house. If we get relegated, hopefully they sell up. I'll take that. Jim glazes out. Brooksy, I have a wildest theory that even if we are relegated, it would be a fun ride to watch us play in championship, right? But I don't think the Glazers will sell. They will lose too much money. I think they will just hang on like they used to do, like leeches that they are, sucking on, clinging on, and hoping we'll get back into Premier League and start over again. But will I take relegation at this point? Never will I wish upon my club to be relegated as Man United fan. And as Sir Alex Ferguson said, if you don't support our team when we're losing, then don't support us when we are winning. Words of wisdom. Look, at the end of the day, United have picked up the overall possession. 53% ball possession in the second half. It was much, much better in the second half. It was. But possession doesn't win you games. The reality is that we lost 0-2. And I can imagine the match-going fan there, they left early. Such a disappointment. And plus the £66 increase of a season or of a match ticket. Really. This is New Year's Eve according to Fred the Red. What you're saying here, Fred. Big up, Fred, for all your support, everyone. Relax. Go enjoy your New Year's. Wish for something better. Wish for Man United to salvage this season. But in order to do so, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, open up your wallet now. Now. Back this manager, because this is your manager. You sacked Ten Hag. You appointed this and called him head coach. We don't need a manager. We need a head coach. Now here you have your head coach. Here you go. So back him. Back him. Simple as that. Fred the Reddy says, it's New Year's Eve tomorrow, and such a United fan, nothing to celebrate. We don't need fireworks in the sky. We need them on the pitch. Bravo. Listen, Fred, go celebrate New Year's with your family and friends. Get pissed, whatever you need to do. Just forget about it. The fireworks you will create. But definitely the players need to create firework, because we're facing Liverpool. Then we're facing Arsenal. God damn it. Anyway, it is a sad feeling, I know. But I'm not here to react. I'm just being realist. I'm just saying that I don't see this taking place. The only thing we can sort of get better is to get new fresh blood in. Apparently we are looking at the left wing back situation according to what the media is saying. But will they do it? Or is it just PR spin? Leaks from the club. Nuno Mendes, apparently they want 55 million euros for. Where are we going to get 55 million euros unless unless, listen to this, unless we get Rashford to a PSG, and in make way we get Nuno Mendes, because we know that PSG always wanted the Rashford, always. But the problem is the valuation. Rashford is a homegrown talent. A pure sell on Rashford goes straight into the books of positive on PSR and FFP. So I don't think the club will kind of do the swap deal. In a way, yes, we will save money on wages because Nuno Mendes, he's on 25k a week. We'll probably get something around 75, 100k a week. So we will save a lot of money there as well. We offload Casemiro. That's another 300k a week. We offload Eriksen, which is like 175k a week. There you go. 3 players out of the door. 3 players out of the door. Who else can we sell? Who else can we sell? David LLive, potentially. He's a sellable asset, right? If we are looking for a left wing back, David LLive has to go, in my opinion. Anyway, so big up to you, everyone. I just want to come in and also hear from Andy. Andy sent me this beautiful video. Let me put Andy to the stage as well.
This is reality. This is cold, hard reality. Lackluster, nothing going forward. 2 defensive mistakes from Martinez. Don't take your chances. Wow. I say 2 great chances. One from Højlund, one from Casemiro, who had a goal at Colbert, who won the ball and did the right thing by passing to him. I've got zero sympathy for this set of players. I will, like I say, I'll leave the kids alone. The young lads. Xerxes getting subbed, getting cheered off. Wow, that's a United defence.
Well, what about that, Andy? It was Xerxes was hooked off 35th minute. And in my opinion, it was absolutely horrendous, atrocious. He went straight to the tunnel and then he came back. Obviously, the commentator said that he came orders from the bench. You come back here, sit here and watch and suffer. I mean, his head is gone. I mean, I said like he's a new fresh signing. He came from Italy. He was an Erik ten Hag signing. He doesn't work in Premier League. In Italy, you get more time on the ball, and there was more of Xerxes' game. Here, he gets found out. They steal the ball from him. He doesn't have the time to even string a pass along. The passes don't even go anywhere for Xerxes. I feel sorry for him, but it was a low fee, 35 million for Xerxes. That clearly was not a Amorim signing. It was more of apparently what they said was Dan Ashwood signing. We were looking for a secondary striker. There was something that was available at cheap. Did we do proper scouting? 35 million we paid for him. I'd say that Italy wants him back, and I will be very ruthless here to say that I've seen enough. I look at the player's ability and can you adapt to the Premier League? Maybe it's too early, but we need to be ruthless here. We need to collect as much money as we can in order to survive for the next round of 2025. Xerxes, I'm sorry, I had enough. Onana also had enough. We need a better goalkeeper, but that will be sold in the summer, in my opinion. We are going to get relegated, according to Alien Tenno. Would you like that, Peter? Would you like to sit there? Yeah, it would be fun to watch a little bit of a championship, would it? Right? But what if we don't even get out of the championship? That'd be funny. I like to see that, right? What you're saying here, my fear is that the Glazers and Sir Jim want relegation, maybe because they want to get rid of the loans that they owe. Wait a minute. Talks? Your fear is that the Glazers and Sir Jim want relegation, maybe because they want to get rid of the loans they have. How can you get rid of the loans you have? It's already attached. It does not make sense, my friend. The only thing that you get rid of the loan is paying back the bank loans. That's the thing. Moving down to championship will generate less money in TV rights as well, because you're not in the limelight anymore. You were not. And perhaps Glazers will sell up. Who knows, right? Perhaps that is Sir Jim Ratcliffe's master plan. Let's steer this ship to the abyss. And this is the way I'm going to get Joel and Aram to sell up the full Class B shares to me. Ha ha ha. He's Scrooge after all. You know? He's Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. You know, the power plant owner. That's who he is. It's all about power plant. Pretty little power plant. You will all be mine soon. Mr. Burns. You know. Let me see. Fred the Red is saying Nuno Mendes, Eduardo Bellingham. Eduardo Bellingham. Yeah, Joe Bellingham is so much better, according to Stu Wally, that plays football with his father, saying that Joe Bellingham is much, much better than his brother, who plays at Real Madrid, Jude. And Victor Osimhen would save our season. You think so? Maybe. But it's all about dineros. So anyway, big up. Let's continue with Andy.
6s and 7s, you're going to need a priest and an exorcism and a blessing for Sunday at Anfield. Hey, United defence, 6s and 7s, you're going to need a priest and an exorcism and a blessing for Sunday at Anfield. Absolutely. This is, like I say, this is the omen. Fully possessed Liverpool will take us apart, and I'll be printing the 7-0 t-shirts again for the Monday. You watch it. If we turn this around, I'll be absolutely amazed.
Yeah, I agree. You know, Andy, he always speaks the facts. You know, I have so much love for Andy. But yeah, Liverpool is on fire, 100%. Mo Salah is on fire. And they didn't even go in the summer to recruit anything. It was pretty much Arne Slot came in, took over from Jurgen Klopp, already made team. They recruited the same manager that plays the same style of play, 4-3-3. You see, that's the difference, right? That's the difference. And that was the shock for me, that we went out to get a manager that plays not the same system that we used to play. No wonder we are suffering. So yeah, we will definitely go and get slaughtered against Liverpool, in my opinion. And what Andy said, I'm going to print out the 7-0 t-shirts. I like to be positive, but I don't see it. I don't see the forest from the tree here. We're playing away at Anfield, are we? Are we? Oof. Where are we playing? Are we playing at home or away? Guys, let me see. Matches. Let me have a look. Oh, we're playing Anfield. We are done. At Anfield, January the 5th. We're so screwed. We are so screwed. Or are we? Bruno Fernandes is back. Ugarte is back. But the way we're playing right now, if Amorim sets up like he did today with his weakest team, we are definitely, like Andy said, printing up the 7-up t-shirts. Anyway, so this is what it is. This is what it is. Thomas Swedenius, all the way from Sweden, is saying, I'm back Amorim 100% since nothing is his fault. Dude, I totally sing from the same hymn sheet and what you're saying. This is not on the manager. You know, it's not his fault, right? He's sticking to his guns, and he knows in the summer he will have a full preseason that he can actually practice and train, right? As I mentioned earlier, like if you saw before we kicked off, we did practice set pieces, pushing and shoving. That gives you an indication that we don't have time to go over things in training, right? Alien 10 is saying Liverpool will be double training, waiting to destroy us. Mo Salah will have a field day. And also Alien 10 is saying Liverpool and Arsenal away next 2 games. Brace. Brace. My brother will give me shit. He will absolutely annihilate me. My brother is a scouser. Puh. I love my brother. But then my best friend, Alex, is a gooner. And he cannot wait to sink his teeth if we lose. But Arsenal, of course, it's the cup. So, you know, okay, we lose that one, fine, we're out of the cup. You know what? We're not even good enough to go for the cup final, right? The only thing that's what I said, what I think we should do, stick in the Premier League and focus on Europa League. That is your path to Champions League. Anyway, so big up in for yeah, I know we're playing away. Fred the Red, what you're saying here as well. We nosebleed away from relegation. We got Amorim in, so back him. This is pre-season for me. I take survival at this point. Yeah, it is a pre-season. I back him, but I put this also on Ineos to put us in this position in the first place, right? Poor planning, sacking, poor decision making regarding the finances, and we should see, because the January window opens up in 24 hours from now. Will Man United get somebody? It's January, it's tough, it's 30 days. They've been hush-hush in terms of what they're planning. Maybe all this cost-cutting is to sort of make way for all the sacking and firing, to find the funds to back him in January. I don't know. The proof will be in the pudding, people. But until now, to New Year, to the 5th, let's us just forget about it. It's been a torrid season. It's not been easy to be a Man United fan, but I would like to thank this amazing community for all the love and support, for coming together, you know, as what we are about. Like Sir Alex used to say, if you don't support us when we're losing, don't support us when we're winning. And this is what we're all about. We're always here for you. Big up Ellie and Tenor as well. Happy New Year, Peter. Happy New Year, Fred the Red. Happy New Year for all the moderators and community. Listen, enjoy your festive season tomorrow. Whatever you're planning, have a drink, have some fireworks. And Peter, you know what to do with your missus. I know exactly what you're going to do. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Manchester United 0. And it hurts to say, Newcastle 2. Guys, Happy New Year, because we will not be doing any streams. So early Happy New Year, and see you to the 2025. Big up for all of you. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Glazers out, Ratcliffe out, Ineos out. I will say that till I scream and shout. Bye for now. Goodbye. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC RealistTV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.